The divorce rates are so high because people don't know what marriage is all about. When you marry, you need to stop giving your friends preference. You have young boys who have their friends, they sit with their friends up to 12 at night and 2 in the morning. And when they get married, they still find themselves making the same time for their friends. That is prohibited, completely prohibited. How can a person who has now taken somebody's daughter still give preference to his friends over his own wife? The time that you spend with your spouse is an act of worship in Islam. The time that you spend with your family members is an act of worship in Islam. So many people give preference to their businesses over their family members. Many people just sit and give preference to a newspaper over their family members. The man comes home from work, he is tired, he does not speak to anyone, he sits down, he wants to eat his food, he has a temper, and next thing he is busy reading the paper, or he literally plants himself in front of the television and he is watching television until late hours, then he switches it off and goes to sleep. He hasn't spoken to his wife, he hasn't spoken to his children. If any one of us here are guilty of that, today is the day you are being told directly that that is a major sin. Another problem is also the internet. Many people give preference to the internet and spend hours every day until 2 and 3 in the morning laughing and joking with a screen. She has been sitting alone waiting all day for you to come home so that she can share a moment or two with you, and you come home and you share those moments with the television. Because if you are not going to give due attention to your wife, who do you want her to get that from? That's a question. And I think we are all guilty of it to a certain extent, where not only do we forget to utter words of appreciation, but we will only pick on what is wrong with the food, not realizing that there was so much effort that was put. The salt might have become a little bit more in the food for whatever reason, and we say, the salt is too much in the food, not realizing that it took 4 hours to make that. Is your life rotating around salt? No, it isn't. So what you need to do is, and what I need to do is, appreciate it by saying, the food is so lovely. Really, it's very good, even if you are telling a little bit of a lie. Do you know that you need to praise your spouse on their faces? I think a lot of us are guilty of never doing that, or doing it very little. Every single day, it would be an act of worship for myself and yourselves to say a few words to make your spouse smile, both male and female. An act of worship. How many of us have told our wives or our husbands, you are looking very beautiful today, you are looking very handsome today? A lot of us are guilty of thinking that in Islam, you're not even allowed to say that. The Prophet ﷺ used to tell that to his wives regularly. He used to explain to them and express to them with greatest passion how beautiful they were looking. Subhanallah.